Hey guys, welcome back to the Unique Beauty and Meditation Podcast. I'm your host, Karen Slack. Thank you for visiting with me today and taking the time out of your day to listen to this podcast. If you have any work that you want to dive in a little bit deeper with any of the subjects that we talk about in this podcast, you can always connect with me through social media or through my website. You can find ways to connect with me through there. I'm all about connecting with this work deeper and taking that inner journey within ourselves and learning what that symbolic spiritual energy can mean for us and how it can support us moving forward. So let me know if I can help you in any way. And just as a reminder that you always get to connect with me through the podcast. If you have an experience through one of the meditations that we offer, or if something we're talking about brings something up for you, please share. We get to build community and connection with each other when we share our stories. So that's what we're going to do today. I have my notes over here where we're going to chat about some of the experiences that we had through the Brilliance meditation. I'm going to share my own as well as I have a few others to share with people from others. And yeah, let's chat about what we experienced. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we have been taking a journey within the last few episodes of the podcast through a True Colors meditational journey. And what that is we connected with some cards that I work with within my work that I do in the office. And I shared what I felt from them intuitively. That was the first session, and there was 3 different colors that we connected with: the Brilliance color, the red color, and the amber color. And we are still working our way through that first color, the Brilliance color. The deck that we drew from for this particular journey was the Ina Segal Secret Language of Color card deck. So you can go check out her work and connect with the deck. I've used it for well over a decade for my own personal practice and as well as for my work with clients. So that was our first session. And then the idea is that we would sit through a visual journey or through a meditation with each color and connect with that color deeper. And the first one, the Brilliance, we actually hit a roadblock. I hit a roadblock. I hit a writer's block kind of concept, creator's block, we'll say. And we talked about that in the Resistance to Brilliance podcast. I think often in our life, we have a tendency to have a bit of a resistance to our brilliance. We have a resistance to seeing it and to working with it and to acknowledging it sometimes. And that came up within creating this podcast. And then we had the actual Brilliance meditation that came in, and it built itself into being a really beautiful visual journey through a waterfall and through connecting and seeing our brilliance in the background. So, that was our third session within this True Colors meditational journey. So now today we're going to talk about our experiences through the Brilliance meditation. And I'm going to share mine first. I was able to do this meditation like 5 times over the past week or so. And it was interesting how it evolved as I look at my journey as a whole. The first time I witnessed it as a third person, it's like I was watching the movie and I was watching myself go through this. I wasn't experiencing it as if I was a character in the movie. And I actually, the first time I listened to it in my car on the way home and allowed my imagination to offer me images as I went. And it actually was a really great way, after having created content throughout the day, to allow my mind to settle into something different on the way home versus continuing to try to create content or slow down the roll of creation that was happening in my mind along the way. Hang on, let me grab my drink. Okay, so for the first meditation, like I said, I listened to it in my car on the way home. My mirror was on the rock wall that was behind the waterfall as I moved. As I moved through the waterfall, the mirror was on the rock wall behind it. And it was like there was this cutout within the mountainside that I tucked myself into. I can't really say it was a cave, but it was like this cutout behind the waterfall. And the mirror was on the wall behind it. And each time I saw this mirror, I saw an ornate mirror with very ornate edging and different color combinations. And it felt like this mirror was a reminder that I get to have and experience nice things. I get to have nice things and I get to experience nice things within my life. That reminder that that is there, and it's an innate process of my life that I get to allow. So the first time I came up to this mirror, my reflection was a purple light, just a purple mist. And to me, that honored my awareness, and that I was moving through this experience for awareness, and that I was building an awareness of my brilliance energy. So the next 2 times I came to this meditation, I was sat down in my chair or sat in my bed, and was going to really allow myself the time to move through this meditation. And I fell asleep. Both times. And that's okay. I allowed that. At that moment, during that meditative process, my body and my mind needed to rest. I still feel like I allowed this brilliance meditation energy to be a part of my life. I acknowledge that brilliance energy within my energetic self and carried it through my week. So even if I was to fall asleep, I still feel like I got something from that experience. So the 4th time, I actually witnessed the meditation in first person. So instead of watching myself go through it like I was watching a movie, I was a character in the movie, and I witnessed myself moving as if I was the first person. Making my own, to me, this honored making this experience my own versus witnessing and allowing awareness of it. Allowing me to start to own my own brilliance, which was kind of cool. The mirror was in the same spot on the same wall behind the waterfall. Only this time, the reflection that came out of the mirror was a bright white gold color. And then as soon as I connected with that bright gold color, you know what happened? My dog started barking. Somebody was going by the house, whatever, didn't matter. His barking automatically pulled me out of the meditation, and I wasn't able to get back in. Life happened again. However, I still honor that initial experience I had that 4th time visiting this meditation. Sometimes it takes time for us to meet our brilliance, for us to understand what our experiences are as we move through this. So it's very easy for us to disconnect with that energy and that light inside of ourselves. It's very easy for us to disconnect with what makes us vibrant. And it happens slowly over time. Life gets in the way. We start to invest ourselves in other stories, and we invest ourselves in our work or our home life, and we disconnect from connecting with that inner vibrancy. Sometimes, as that happens little over time, it takes us just as much time or revisiting over time with it over time to connect ourselves back with that brilliance. And that's okay. As well as we do these journeys in these meditation or these visual journeys for a week on purpose. When we are connecting with a meditation or we're connecting with an intention, it's important for us to revisit these visual journeys or these meditations over time, being able to commit to ourselves for a week or 2, whatever fits into our life, so that we can witness ourselves within this energy long term. You saw in mine, I fell asleep twice. However, that 4th one had more to it. That 4th one was a bit of a deeper journey. In my 5th one was even, sorry, I got this little bug that's flying around. My 5th one was even deeper. And I was able to be fully aware and awake through the whole experience. So it's important for us to allow ourselves moments within this experience to also break down what this experience could mean for us. Journal what you experience along the way. Then witness how your energy is different within your life as you move through this journey. Being in your own mindful best witness. Does that make sense? Let me know. If it doesn't, I can clarify. So the fifth time I came to this meditation, I found myself seeing a city that was being rebuilt. Get this, by the Avengers. If any of you know me, you know that a couple years ago, me and my daughter got right into the Avengers and watching the Avenger movies and Iron Man. It was just something that we did that got us away from life, that we enjoyed. And I still watch them on occasion. But apparently they were helping rebuild my city in this Brilliance meditation. So you never know what life experiences are going to be pulled into your meditation. So you get to honor all of them as you go, allowing yourself to witness all of them as you go, knowing that even if it feels quirky, it's part of who you are, and that's okay. So anyway, the Avengers were helping me rebuild this city, and to me, that honored a rebuilding a connection with my inner brightness, rebuilding that connection with my inner vibrancy. And I really appreciated that visual because it was very different than maybe what I would have experienced before. So that was how the meditations went for me when I sat down in the meditation themselves. However, within this week, while doing this meditation, I also paired it with connecting with some gratitude and value routine my morning routine that I had gotten away from. And I've been able to appreciate the life shifts that I've witnessed a bit more. I'm able to appreciate my life versus being anxious about my life. I've been able to state what I'm feeling to myself and to others more clearly, I feel like. I've been able to find those words a little bit easier. And I felt connected, more heartfelt, soulfully connected with my projects that I'm doing at work deeper versus it just feels like my work is deeper and richer, which I've really enjoyed. Excuse me. And I felt more authentically me. I feel like I've been able to forgive myself when I'm not reaching my exaggerated expectations that I usually may carry for myself. And that things have been more on purpose within my life. Choices, notions, all of that feels like it's been more on purpose. And I feel like I've been able to connect with my value and my worth deeper. And it has helped me see around some of the imposter syndrome moments that come up. There's been a few moments that could have really triggered some imposter syndrome in me in the past, and I felt much stronger to be able to see around them this week. So that's how, for me, having that mindful self-witness process paired with this visual journey, I've been able to see things slowly shift within my life. And I've been able to take these little experiences that I've had sprinkled throughout these past, I'd say probably 2 weeks, trying to create the meditation, doing the meditation, and now here. I've been able to take those experiences and pull them to connect with them on a deeper manner. So that's been my experience, but I also have some other experiences I would love to share. I had somebody contact me, and on her second try, she started to see a path to the waterfall versus just being at the waterfall. She found a path to the waterfall and even a path behind the waterfall. And this felt, and once we got talking about it, it felt like it honored the notion of her building a path to her brilliance, or finding the path to her brilliance. Maybe not building it, but allowing that path to manifest within the meditation and within her life, which was really cool to have a path to connect to it. I had another share that their mirror was white and gold, and when they stepped up to the mirror, they were surrounded by a black curtain or a black bubble, and it felt like they were in the dark, and it felt shadowy. And then as they connected with their brilliance in the mirror, that light came out of the mirror, connected with their heart, and shined through that space, melting away the black. And it was cool because the black felt like two things. It felt like it connected to the shadowy experience and allowing our light to shine within those darker moments within our life, trusting that we get to connect with our light even in our most darkest experiences in life. But also it honored a representation of the energetic boundaries she was needing to set in her life. And the idea that this darkness and this blackness in the meditation was honored a firm energetic boundary for her to experience her light. And then we had a conversation about how she gets to start connecting with what those boundaries look like physically and emotionally outside of the meditation. And that she gets to set these boundaries within her day-to-day life to revisit this brilliance energy on a regular basis. So that was really a cool experience. And I also had somebody share that at the end of one of their sessions, they found themselves in a hugging embrace with their younger self and their teenage self. And they found themselves, as they were loving on their younger self and their teenage self, telling them that it's okay, we've got this, we get to shine. So it was this moment of healing two versions of their past self with this vibrancy that they were experiencing within this meditation. So that's a couple of the experiences that I've had. If you have an experience and you're comfortable sharing it, whether it's with a brilliance meditation, the red color that we're going to do next week, or the amber color that we're going to do down the road, or any of the other podcasts, feel free to share it with me, and I can share it with those on my podcast. And we can continue to create a connection as a community through sharing our experiences. So yeah, I've really enjoyed where this brilliance color meditation went. And I find that it has built some tools energetically within myself that I'm interested in using moving forward, as well as I feel like it offers us one we can revisit anytime we feel we have shifted away from that inner connection with our truth and our light. It offers us a journey to revisit to start building that connection again. You are a beautiful, brilliant, amazing human with a vibrant spirit that gets to share that vibrancy with the world. And most importantly, you get to share it with yourself first. So there we go. What do you think? Those are the experiences. Does any of that resonate with you? Do you have an experience you'd like to share? Or is there something that you would like to experience on this podcast, a topic you want to talk about, or a notion that you want to address, or something that you're struggling with? Shoot me a message. We can keep it anonymous and just chat about it. Or we can own it as a truth in your life and share your experience with the world. So thanks for taking the time to listen to this. I do encourage you to check out the dot link in the profile of the description of this podcast. There are a lot of amazing events happening in this fall, including a Breathe session that's in person at the office that I work at in Penn Yan. There's going to be a virtual self-compassion workshop, that half-day wellness workshop that I'm working in collaboration with the Soul Sisters from Soul Sister Sundays. And as well as I'm going to have some in-person and virtual healing circle options moving through into fall. And I have a collaboration with Meredith, not only for the breathe sessions, but also we have one in November coming up for boundaries. And I'm really excited about it because we just sat together this morning and chatted about it. And we're going to work on connecting with what those boundaries look like as we move into the holidays, and how we can set those boundaries moving into our holiday experience so that we can own our energy and not own others' energy as we move through it. So there we go. All the good stuff happening. Feel free to connect with me and celebrate. Continue to please celebrate your uniquely beautiful self.